like Yayo talking about, yeah, Jay don't take care. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush.
He was watching them be that, like Mace be that, and Cam be that, and looked at, and it was finally he had one. And I just looked, and I knew I just took the shot murder to see, because I wasn't sure he was gonna go for it. But I was like, we like Jimmy better than you anyway, Cam. You gotta watch and see how it responds. You see, you're like, oh shit, he really like that.
You want to hear that story? All right, for Stacks and them, I was about to buy Stacks to give Max and Melly a whole brownstone in New Jersey. None of them wanted to leave the hood. And I was not about to waste my money, and that was what I offered them. I went shopping for the shit and all that type of shit.
Yeah, we remember that, like Bass. We remember that. We shot the Bass. We remember the conversation.
And I'm like, yo, you bugging. You want to, like, you could go to the hood every day, but you're going to be living in Jersey. Like, you're going to be living better than, like, and you don't have to worry about paying for no rent or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get you niggas out the hood. Melly too. And Melly ended up getting shot, right? Like none of these would listen, and everything that happened that you know can happen in the hood end up happening and shit like that, you know what I mean? But everything to try to protect them for what I know could have happened to them, I tried.
Yo, Jim Jones really thought he could talk slick about 50 and Yayo again. But Tony Yayo wasn't having none of that. He came swinging with facts, not feelings, and dragged Jim straight back to reality. And when Yayo pulled out those receipts about Max B and stack bundles, the internet lit up like Harlem in chaos. So now the question is, who's really built for this? The Harlem Capo or the Queen's Soldier? It all kicked off after Jim sat down for a deep convo with Memphis Bleek. What was supposed to be industry talk turned into straight-up shade. Jim started writing that, what if wave again? What if Dipset stayed tight? What if loyalty still meant something? You could hear the regret dripping off every word, like he was low-key trying to rewrite history. Bleek kept tossing Yayo's name around too, from Drink Champs to Shannon Sharp's show, and it clearly got under Jim's skin, because when Yayo came up again, Jim snapped. Timing was everything. After hours of cool talk, Jim finally dropped those personal shots, and you could feel the tension building.
You know, me from the hood, so people look at Bleek and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh,
yeah. That's why you got like Yayo talking about, yeah, Jay don't take care. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 to send you an ounce or something, yo.
You do need
you
that
might
help.
need 2 ounces, nigga.
That's why
Pay
you
the full
looking to
movie.
see.
I got a G for every bump in your face, nigga. I promise you that, nigga. I promise you that, nigga.
That's why you worried about
Peon, you broke, nigga. You know I got it, nigga. What's up? The bag is up. The both sides.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Flea, where the both sides,
let me finish that off. Ain't nobody taking care of over here, B. Yo, nah, you good, my nigga. I love it. They deserve it. They need to hear this shit, man, because they bugging out here. All these niggas worrying about who taking care of who. We take care.
Niggas do, I don't do. I do the other thing. Everything. Y'all niggas go across the street that way, I'm going up. Holla at your boy. I do other things, man. I don't do what y'all niggas do. I don't do what niggas do. I don't watch niggas' money. I don't care. I just do what I do.
But Yayo, he saw the whole thing. He sat back and then clapped back surgically. Instead of barking online, he went old school. Posted that throwback video for Do It Right with French Montana and Max B. And if you know your history, you know Max B went 10 rounds with Jim back in the day. That beef still leaves scars.
When I came out of jail, what did 50 do? Yo, get him an apartment in Battery Park. I ain't sell a record to do nothing yet.
Where is Battery Park at?
That's right there by the Statue of Liberty. Like I just said, we just came back off tour.
Yeah.
You know, with Fifth, and we still touring. Still. And I do my own tours too for people. Oh, yo.
You see, hey,
I do my own tours. I did tours in Canada. I did a tour across the whole Germany and the Swiss Alps. And that's why I don't care about the hate. Cause I'm like, I got the possibility to do my own tour. Like something with Memphis Bleek. Memphis Bleek said to Nori, Yayo said, Jay-Z didn't have us on tour like he did, or I eat my own halal. I eat my own halal too. If you want to say that, to Memphis Bleek, I just came off my last tour. All I'm saying is when you see Jay-Z in his setting, he never really, when he's doing a Beyonce show or whatever, you don't see Memphis Bleek on the stage or him being brought out.
Yayo was playing chess while Jim was playing checkers. And that move hit deep, because it reminded everybody of the cracks in Jim's image. Jim's whole brand lives off that Harlem wave. We fly high, flash, and big talk. But Yayo flipped that nostalgia right back on him. The more Jim talked about old grudges, the more it showed he's still stuck in the past. Meanwhile, Yayo's been proving how loyalty really works, not through interviews, but through actions. 50 held him down when he came home, bought him a crib, set him up on tours, made sure he ate right. That's real team energy. G-Unit moved different.
Jim Jones right here. Want you the biggest record of last year, right?
Oh yeah, we had a
What
nice
we
time
call
last
that
year.
one? What we call
I
that
was
one?
balling. We still balling. What's up, big baby?
It's balling. You know, so
we got to
So why was you here, man? We gotta do that one time. Tell me how you do it.
got to pass me the bottle for.
That's how we gotta do that.
Tell me the bottle, baby.
You know what I mean?
Shit, we here. I just came to show some support. You know, I respect Gina. G-Unit is one of the few movements that I do respect in this game and things like that. You know me, I'm a hustler, so I'm always open for money and things like that.
That's what this is. This is the ultimate hustler version of Rad City right here.
It's still Diplomats.
Recently, it was reported that Cameron will be collaborating with 50 Cent on Paid in Full. What would you expect to see with a Cameron and 50 Cent collaboration?
I don't know what to expect to see from them two suckers. I wouldn't care what they expect to see from them. I wish them the best. Just stay out my way, please.
That's all?
Yeah, I just seen the Breakfast Club. Jimmy popping all that bullshit. I be seeing you, Jimmy, talking about we Gucci boo boo. He in the Gucci store talking about we Gucci boo boo. Them Black King niggas was going fuck you up. Jimmy, they was like, Marita Moneda. Fucking Coca-Cola. Pedro.
Less talk, more proof. So when Yayo reminded folks of that loyalty, it hit hard. He wasn't just shading Jim. He was showing the difference between moving with brotherhood and moving with ego. And the fans saw it too. Jim could flex all he wanted, but Yayo's quiet confidence said everything. Then Yayo hit that final nerve by posting those receipts, reminding everyone who really held Harlem weight and who was just talking loud. The slick talk backfired. Suddenly, that capo crown started looking a little crooked.
Bundles, one of my favorite rappers in the world.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Stack
peace.
Bundles.
Right?
Rest in peace.
Far Rock. You
Yep.
understand? Jim Jones, he had Stack Bundles, he had Max B. I looked at it like, great. You know, Stacked Bundles had a portion was still in the hood. No disrespect to Jim Jones. Fifth had me in Battery Park. I could walk out that motherfucker barefoot. But that's when you know a nigga love you, boy. Cause he making sure you don't get your shit split. Cause you go back to 134, anywhere, Baisley, right, Brooklyn.
So I copyright the name just in case. So no, I was at Ballin. Ballin came out and he was popping. You know, you get Stack Bundles, God bless the dead. Girl named Jaja from Miami, she was dope. She had some kid from Baltimore. Some kid from Baltimore that sounded like Jay-Z that was dope. And then he got Max B. Now Max B, and Jim's uncle, right? He's the one who put Max B on. Max B is from my building. Him and Mike Bruno from my block. And Max B, he wasn't Max B. His name was Charlie Rambo. And Charlie was ill, man. Charlie was one of these niggas that would piss in a bottle, and bums would be sleeping. He'd pour the piss on them and laugh and shit like that. Like he was a funny nigga. Charlie Rambo was a funny nigga. So he was always getting in trouble though, in and out of jail doing this thing. Max B, you got Stack Bundles. Them two alone. Put them out. You could have ate, you know what I'm saying? Jim kept using them for his albums instead of putting them out. And like I be telling people, I'm like, you know, Jim, if you think about it, just think about it. And like I said, I gotta always say no shade because everybody can shade. Jim never put no artists out.
Suddenly, Jim's self-made image looked more like a remix built off borrowed momentum. Remember when Jim and 50 were smiling on stage, acting tight? Yeah, that doesn't match the independent king image he pushes now. Yayo basically said, stop talking like a general when you move like a recruit. And that hit home. But things got really real when Yayo brought up Max B and Stack Bundles. And that's when it stopped being internet talk and turned into something deep about legacy, loyalty, and loss.
You know, even if I'm doing the hype man shit with 50, he's bringing me out. I'm making money. I'm going to.
That's that man girl too. That's it. That's Hove's wife tour.
Yeah, that's Hove. Yeah, Hove wife tour.
So if Hove, I believe if Hove was out on his own, he would bring Bleak out. There is no need for him to bring Bleak in a situation where it looked like this was last tour you're talking about with the Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, because I look at Bleak as a loyal guy, like I'm a loyal guy to Jay. But I look at like Fifth, my guy Hervé. One day we had TRL, and it's the young Gunners there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to him out, and Hervé says loud, "You don't gotta worry about nothing. You got 50. Jay-Z doesn't do nothing for these guys like 50 does." And Hervé, I think he worked with them too. But he said that to me, and I always stuck in my head. Rest in peace.
And Jim, he never liked that part of the story coming back up. Yayo pulled the curtain on how Jim moved behind the scenes, how he made money off talent but didn't always circle it back. Once those names Max B and Stack popped up, the internet went wild. People started replaying old interviews and looking at Jim different, realizing how him and 50 handled their teams completely differently. 50 came from a protect your crew mentality. He stacked his team up, rides, homes, security, real plates on the table. Loyalty under him came with protection and elevation.
I'm so afraid of Ja Rule, Jim Jones, and Freaky that I'm hiding out in Texas. Please, whatever you do, don't tell them I'm in San Antonio. Don't tell them I'm staying at the Four Seasons. Don't tell them, please don't tell them, man, because it's just so much pressure on me right now. I don't know what to do. I'm afraid, man. Don't tell them I'm at Specs.
Hey.
Can I put a tape picture?
Yeah, he's on.
What's up, man?
Hey, you know.
What's up, man?
To pull them out for good. Stack bundles became the symbol of that. So when Yayo threw that punch, it wasn't just about rap, it was about responsibility. Being real ain't just good stories and flashy loyalty. It's how you protect your people when life gets rough. While beefing with Cam, he turned around and brought Jim and Joel Santana on stage during one of his shows, right in the middle of the conflict. That move shook the entire industry because it made Dipset's presence impossible to ignore. It wasn't just rap beef anymore. It was a public power play. And every time Jim tried to clap back, 50 would flip the narrative, making him look like he was chasing the spotlight instead of controlling it. Over the years, 50 never stopped poking. Every now and then, he'd drop a slick post or interview reminder that Jim's numbers weren't hitting like that, or that his brand wasn't moving the same way. Meanwhile, 50 kept expanding. TV shows, liquor deals, global tours, all while reminding everyone he came from the same streets. That's the difference. 50 mastered the system, while Jim kept fighting to stay relevant in it. And that's what makes Yayo's loyalty even louder. Yayo never switched sides. Never threw shade. Never played the middle. Dude's been solid since day one, and 50 always rewarded that. Houses, tours, protection, real-life opportunities. That's loyalty that pays off. Jim, on the other hand, built his loyalty around image. Flashy fits, jewelry, Harlem bravado, but not always the structure behind it. So when this latest Yayo versus Jim's situation blew up, 50's reaction wasn't just, "I got my boys back." It was, "This is what real loyalty looks like." Tested, proven, paid in full. This wasn't about internet beef anymore. It was about showing how the game rewards consistency. Yayo stood 10 toes down and became proof that loyalty in 50's camp comes with a lifestyle. Meanwhile, Jim is out here telling designer-driven hustle stories, but the difference is showing. Yayo represents stability, a man who stayed true and earned real results. Jim represents the constant grind, loud, proud, but still fighting for validation. And that's the message buried in all this drama. In a world full of clout and quick fame, real loyalty never goes out of style. All the designer gear in the world can't save you if your own people don't trust you. One moment that really exposed everything was the Dipset versus Locks vs. battle. Yayo called it the ultimate proof that Jim ain't the Harlem boss he claims to be. And honestly, he wasn't lying. Fans saw it clearly. The shaky chemistry, the awkward energy, the missing respect. It showed that when it comes to loyalty versus image, Jim's been playing the wrong game. Jim can flex on Instagram all he wants. Drip, diamonds, jets, the whole vibe. But if your people aren't backing you, that boss image cracks fast. Yayo's message hit different because it wasn't hate, it was truth. You can't buy loyalty, and you can't fake respect. And then, Jim said something wild again. Just this past June, 2025, on the Joe and Jada podcast, he went viral claiming he's a better rapper than Nas. Yes, Nas. He compared Billboard hits to legacy like it was a scoreboard. The internet went crazy. Artists, fans, blogs, everyone called him delusional. A fake AI track called 400 Bands even popped up. People joking that even a fake Nas sounds better. The memes were ruthless. And that's the pattern. Every few months, Jim pops out with a new stunt just to stay trending. Meanwhile, Yayo and 50 don't even have to try. Their reputations speak for themselves. They don't post to prove anything. Their loyalty is real. Their legacy is real. Jim is trying to show he's a boss. Yayo and 50 are actually living like bosses. Jim's biggest battle now isn't with Yayo or 50. It's with his own reflection. The image he's trying to keep alive is fading the more he forces it. The culture can tell the difference between confidence and clout chasing. But maybe Jim still has one last real comeback in him. Or maybe this is the moment everything comes crashing down. If you've been locked into this breakdown, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Because the next story? Yeah, that one's about to get even crazier. See you in the next one.